A good Erev Shabbos. This week's Parshas Vaykhel Pekudei. Parshas Vaykhel Pekudei talks about the building of the Mishkan, and in Parshas Vaykhel specifically, we talk about the building of all the different kelim, and throughout the parsha it says Vayas. It says the word Vayas, and he made again and again. Vayas Chamishim, Vayas Yirios Izim, Vayas Lulos, Vayas Karsi Nechoshes, etc., etc. It says it, I think, 30-something times. I forget now, but it says it many, many times. Vayas, and one time it says Vayas Bitzalel es ha'aron. That Bitzalel is the one who made the Aron. Why over here specifically does it mention Bitzalel by the Aron? So Rashi points out that the reason why Bitzalel is named is because he put more work into it. He put his and that's Rashi's pshat. But why Bitzalel specifically by the Aron? That Rashi does not address, but I saw a pshat that I think is very nice pshat. And that is, who was Bitzalel? Bitzalel was Bitzalel ben Uri ben Chor. Bitzalel was the grandson of Chor. Who was Chor? When last we saw Chor, the last we heard of him, Moshe was entrusting the nation to Chor, to Aaron and Chor, when he went up to get the Torah. What happened to Chor? When he came down, only Aaron was there. So I think the Medrash tells us, and I couldn't find it, but I certainly heard it, that Aaron it was the one that survived, because when Klal Yisrael wanted to make the Egel, they wanted to make an Avodah Zarah for Hashem, they went to Chor, and Chor absolutely refused to have any part of it whatsoever. And they killed him for it. They killed Chor. Chor may not have realized that he was going to be killed, but he was killed. And Aaron, in order to try to save his own life, he tried to push them off as best as possible and do the best job he could to try to push them off. So Chor is the one who was Meiser Nefesh. Chor is the one who gave really gave his life. So when the Aron had to be made, the Aron, of course, had on top of them the Keruvim, the figures of angels on top of the Aron. Who better to make these figures of angels, but making sure that it's done with the 100% pure intentions, and not chas v'shalom, that it should be another egel, another avodah zarah, another image and figure of avodah zarah like the egel was. Who better than the grandson of Chor, who gave his life so that the egel, or to try to prevent an egel from happening. So Bitzalel, his grandson, is the one that's able to engrave the images and the keruvim on the Aron, because he has that in his blood. And it's similarly, by coincidence, I saw the Haftarah on this week's Parsha talks about building the Beis HaMikdash. And we know who built the Beis HaMikdash. Shlomo HaMelech built the Beis HaMikdash. But David HaMelech is the one, Shlomo HaMelech's father, David HaMelech is the one who really yearned for it, who really wanted it. We say in Tehillim, Im avai ba'ayal beisi, im ela al eres yitzui. I'm not going to go into my house. I'm not going to go into bed. Im etein shnas la'enai la'afapai sinuma. I'm not going to sleep adam tzamakim l'Hashem until I find a place for Hashem. David HaMelech wanted it so badly. In fact, we know that we say Mizmor Shir Chanukas Habayis is LeDavid. When we say that it's David is the one that built it, or did the Chanukas Habayis. Why David? He's not the one that built it. Hashem told David that he can't build it for different reasons. Why couldn't David? Why did Shlomo build it? But David HaMelech, that's for a separate discussion. But David HaMelech is the one who wanted it. And maybe that's why Shlomo HaMelech was Zaycha to actually build it, because he had it in his blood. He had in his blood this desire to want the Beis HaMikdash for Hashem, just as Bitzalel had in his blood from his grandfather these intentions, pure intentions for Hashem. The point is that I think it's so important to live your life a certain way, not just for yourself, but for others, other people who can feel your attitude, especially your children, or even grandchildren. You don't know things that you're doing now. You may think it's nothing, or sometimes you do things and you say, oh, what was the point of that? I don't know why I did it. These things transfer on. These things go on to your children and go on to your grandchildren. So let's all try in our Avodas Hashem, when we're doing it, let's try to keep in mind Maybe you don't care about yourself. A lot of people say, what's the difference? Fine, maybe you don't care about yourself, but everyone cares about their kids and their future generations. So maybe don't do it for yourself. Do it for your kids, for your grandchildren, because you know what? I guarantee you, they're paying attention. Kids see everything that you do, and it makes a difference. So let's all be zoicha that we could all have children and grandchildren who can follow in the ways of Hashem, and let's try our best to set an example for them. Have a great Shabbos.